right, so I'm halfway done. This is not exactly the job I wanted to be doing tonight, but I'm removing and replacing frame rails in this car because they were completely split down the middle because this car was too low. If you can see how this is split away from this, it was like that all the way down. So check it out, missing frame rail. Where the f did it go? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. If you see these pieces on the ground right here, this is the frame rail that I just removed from the car. So as you can see, it's in 3 pieces. That's how it was on the car too. This car used to be on like 15s or something, and it was so low that it just scraped straight through the frame rail and all those pieces were split. I didn't cut it off all the way yet because I'm obviously using it with the lift. But as you can see, it's pressed up some here in the middle from it being so low, but it's double wall here, so that's why it didn't go all the way through. So I'm gonna cut this more, get this all flat, and then weld in a new frame rail all the way back. And as you can see, this is still a piece of the old frame rail. That's how it was split through like this. I didn't even have to cut this, it was already split. I just cut across the front here. All right, so I brought a parts car up here. Ow, fuck, that's the 3rd time I've done that. That wasn't as bad though, it just grazed my head. But, so I got the floor cut out. Well, I cut the whole frame rail out. So, I just finished separating it from the floor. Look how clean this thing is, dude. Just finished separating it from the floor section. It's easier to work with it right here on the ground than trying to just pull the rail off in the car like I did last night. So, take this over here. And last night we got this frame rail cut out. I still gotta cut out some more up here, all the way back to where it's damaged. I'm gonna cut that out because this piece will line up all the way up to where the floor meets here. So just got to do some more trimming and this thing will fit really good. See, this is still the bottom piece of the old frame rail. There's 2 spot welds in that to get that off. And then I can clean up the floor, do some weld through primer, and then start test fitting stuff. All right, so I figured we stop and talk about this for a second. As you can see up in the front here of the frame rail, there's 2 sections of metal. Well, those 2 sections of metal like to rust together. So you can see I drilled out the spot welds, joined the 2 pieces, and then separated it, and I'm gonna cut this lower section out. And I might even cut this top section out too and replace it, just depending on how much rust there actually is in there. But yeah, we got our frame rail, and that piece, if you can see these 2 spot welds, that second piece, and then over here on the sides as well, those are all spot welds. That inner piece ends like right here, and that's where it gets joined to, and it only goes up to about here. So I'm gonna cut this back right here, because as you can see, this is all smashed anyways, and I still need to fix it. So now that I got the spot welds drilled out, I'm gonna cut here, fold this down, expose it more, and then cut the whole thing off and see how much we can clean up this piece. All right, look at that. So if you think your S chassis doesn't have rust, think again, because this car is insanely clean. I'm talking about there's no rust anywhere, but here, look at it. So I'm gonna even have to cut back further up into here to expose more and see what we're looking like. All right, got the bottom of the car all prepped up. We got frame rail all prepped up. It's all painted with weld through primer, both sides. All right, it's not welded in yet, but it's all fitted. As you can see, I added this piece right here, and then everywhere else is gonna be all my spot welds, and then I'll seam seal all the edges. And then undercoat it, and you'll never even know. Here's a little in-between progress. This is basically almost welded up. I've got like 4 more spot welds, and then weld up this plate right here. All right, welcome back. Look, I'm all done. It's all welded in. Well, I'm not done. It's all welded in, it's all ground down. All I have to do now is just sand it down on any chip paint. I'm gonna primer it, I'm gonna paint it, I'm gonna seam seal it, and it's finished. Look how clean this frame rail is. It's spotless now. Got a reinforcement plate welded in here for jacking. Nice.